The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking. Here's the thing. I want you to notice something. There's no problem with my internet. Okay? There's no problem with my internet. People are going to say it's your internet, it's your connection. If it was the connection, how did I hop back on? You got to ask yourself. It's not the internet. It's not my connection. They snipe in the stream. They're interfering with the stream. I literally just hop back on. My connection is good. They could have easily got, if my connection was the problem, they could have easily connected the stream. It wouldn't have been no problem. Okay? It's not my internet. It's not my side. All right? I'm literally just telling y'all what it is, and I'm not going with the status quo. Okay? Because if my internet was the problem, I would have had a problem logging back on. I would have had a problem. All right? But you didn't see it. Okay? I don't have a problem now. It's the people on the outside. They're hitting it. They're censoring it. They don't want you to hear it. They don't want you to hear it. But I'm here telling y'all what's up. All right? I'm telling y'all what's up, and it ain't following on their lines right there. It ain't following. I'm admitting to what? I'm admitting too much. But look, I do got to do the main event because I got to do it for my editing purposes. All right, so let's get to it, despite the fact that we had 2,000 people here. Okay? I had 2,000 people here. Now we're way below that. But I literally am here just telling you that, and they cut that out. They cut that out. My internet is not the problem because I just stopped the stream, and then I rescheduled another one and hopped right back on. If my internet was the problem, I wouldn't have been able to hop back on. You see what I'm saying? So, anyway, they don't want to hear that part. And they don't have nothing to do to deal with it because I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. All right, people just don't want, they know that I'm out here revealing the truth. Right? That's it. And I'm not saying anything against community guidelines. I'm not saying anything. I'm just revealing and pulling back the curtain of the bullshit, and they don't want to hear it. They just interrupt it. So let me do this here. Let's do the main event, and then we'll get up out of here. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. All right, I do have some super chats, but you see what we're up against. I'm not violating any rules. They just don't want me to say this and say it. They don't want this to be the truth. They don't have any counter argument to it. They don't. So people start reporting and trying to block it. Let's see here. India, what's her name? India Love. Repackage. Let's see here. Let's do here. Let's do it here. And people keep saying stick to Rumble. You guys are fucking idiots, dude. Like, stop. You niggas want me to be poor? You niggas don't even support me over here, but telling me to go to Rumble. So I can be what? Hidden over there? Like, stop. Like, stop. All right? It is what it is. Now, if I'm forced to do it, I'm forced to doing it. But y'all niggas ain't even gonna go to Rumble. Like, so shut the fuck up. Niggas ain't even gonna go to Rumble. All right, so shut up. If I put the Rumble link in here, y'all niggas won't even click it. All right, if I told you I was streaming on Rumble, y'all wouldn't even go over there. Y'all niggas wouldn't even donate. I would lose money overnight. Significant money. So shut the fuck up. All right, just stream on locals. The fuck? All right, stop. Y'all niggas won't even click it. All right, shut the fuck up. All right, so anyway. Go to Rumble and then don't watch me on Rumble. Shut the fuck up. That nobody watching nobody over there. All right. Nobody watching nobody over there. Andrew Tate watching Andrew Tate. Well, he got millions of people following him. Me, on the other hand, yeah, they want me living in a van. All right. Don't get no exposure, no reach. Just talk to 200 people over there. Fuck you, niggas. All right. Fuck you. Y'all don't even know. You watching me on YouTube telling me to go to Rumble. I'm over on Twitch. Y'all won't go over there. 250 people over there. Stupid ass motherfuckers, man. All right, anyway, I hate when people say that because if that's the solution, and y'all niggas gonna watch YouTube all day, I'm gonna be like, I'm over on Rumble. Fuck CGA. You want me to lose all my motion, all my shit. Trying to go on Rumble and y'all niggas ain't gonna watch. All right. Please. Please. I'll do whole different content before I go over and do this shit over on Rumble exclusively. I'll just start doing motherfucking lifestyle content before I do just hangover on Rumble and do this show on Rumble. All right, fuck over here. Fuck out of here, goofy ass niggas, man. All right, crazy. Let's get to it. Main event. India Love is what we were setting up the previous part of the stream. We were setting it up with the previous video, although they interrupted my motion. All right, so now the previous video was this woman saying essentially that when did thought culture 304 activity become acceptable? When did 304 activity become acceptable? This is her question. I was answering it, but she didn't want to hear it. All right, you guys didn't want to hear it, so we got to go to this one. India Love admits she walked away from millions after quitting OnlyFans because she didn't like how people were beginning to perceive her. This is the world we live in, y'all. Like, this is, again, remember when I showed you this video? I know for the new people, I showed you this video and I said, well, if all men say that body count doesn't matter, why would a woman not explore the streets and wait for men to pick up the garbage? Right? Then the conventional wisdom for women and collateral damage or the unintended consequences would be all women would just pursue this. They would get as far as they thought, and then they would just go to guys who accept it. And that's what happened with COVID. That's what happened with OnlyFans and Instagram. The women explored it. Some women were successful. Some women weren't. But that path still exists. And then they're going to come out of it and go, oh, just forget about that. Just forget about that. Because I want to do what? I want to change how people perceive me. You mean when you were doing all those blowjobs and had your punani wide open and you had man to man to man, a different guy, different races of guy, gangbangs, you want everybody to perceive you differently from that which you depicted of yourself the last 10 years. So this is the problem with the culture of Gen Z, is that because these women are exploring this life and then later on trying to say, I want you to change how you view me. I want it off the internet. I was young. My brainstem didn't develop. And I want to be perceived differently to get access to a different group of people. Now, here's where the major problem is. This goes to hookup culture. This goes to divorce culture, dating culture. It's not just OnlyFans. All right, because this OnlyFans just is a permanent record of it. But here's the problem. A lot of people in the comments, and particularly women and some men, this is the commentary. If you look, it says, I think she spoke beautifully and had a great message. All right, this one says, I love seeing people grow. Great for her. This one says, well, she has my support. It's called growth. But I forgot, social media hates it. Okay, I like it. People change regardless of how others may still view her. She's changing herself in integrity. Growth looks good on her. These are mostly probably, I would say, 304s. Most of you would have kept doing it for the bread, and you damn sure wouldn't have cared what God thought. You see this? This is the afterthought. This one says, let people change. I actually applaud her for walking away from the money. Okay, now, here's the problem. This man says it's too late, sweetheart. Again, if we accept this as the standard from men and women, men, you're included in this as well, and nobody's perfect. If we accept this, then why would a person walk the straight and narrow? I've asked this before. What benefit would it be for a woman to be a good woman? If you're a good woman, you should be offended by this, because why were you being good the entire time? Wouldn't you have gotten the benefits by being a good woman? But if you just let hoes and drug dealers and skeezers and scammers and 304s grow up, despite the fact that you warned them, why have prisons? Why don't we just let prisoners out when they grow? Oh, you committed crimes? Oh, you're a nation of Islam now? Oh, you grew up. You know what? It's called growth. Let them out of prison. What good is it to be a good person? Because what I don't see, especially from the black community, what I don't see from communities in large in America is the reward for the good people, or the reward for the people who didn't trash their life, who didn't do drugs, who didn't sell drugs, who didn't scam, who didn't whore, who didn't 304, who didn't OnlyFans. Why then be a good person? Why don't we all just do this? But what they'll do is guilt us because we don't accept it. What they'll do is guilt us because we weren't at the club. And they'll guilt us and use it against us because we wasn't out here hoeing and hoe hopping. And we didn't get a high body count, and we didn't rack up crimes and criminal. So we're just supposed to accept this as growth, but the people who were grown up before and didn't make these mistakes and mature, you don't get no reward. You get to accept this. This is what you get to pick from. And these people continue to go up and up the ladder. See, the community at large and our society at large has a problem with this. There's no penalty. We don't live out these decisions that people warned you. It wasn't like you didn't get any warning. You don't live out these decisions. You get to just get back in front of the line. Now, that's where the problem is. Now, we've all done dirt. Some of us did it out in Front Street. Some of it did it behind the scenes. Some of us were smart enough to hide it. Some of us were smart enough to learn early. But they'll then change the rules to benefit them. It's kind of like when you have this don't snitch. The don't snitch. Real people don't snitch. That wasn't for the people in the community. That was for the people who were committing crimes. Because if I'm a victim of crime, why do I let people commit crimes and I don't get to tell on they motherfucking ass? And I'm held hostage because I'm not committing crimes. And surely if I did, they would tell on me. Or you're just encouraging people to commit crimes. Wouldn't there be a decay in morality and criminal activity? Wouldn't there be a decay in people how treat in decorum if then we're saying you can commit crimes against people and nobody's going to tell? That's negative. Why would I follow that program? But you're essentially letting street people manipulate you by benefiting, and then when it doesn't benefit, they get the repackage and then could still be at the top. No. No. So the ladies are like, yeah, she's a whore. She repackaged herself. It's growth. What about the people that were not whores, or they were undercover whores? They didn't get to rise to the top. This woman gets to jump in front of the line. And then these women will complain that all men just like are whores. All right, these men just picking the same ones. Well, y'all elevating her, and then you're going to be mad when more women do it. And then you can't find a man. So let's break this down. Let's break this down. What's the point then? What is the point? This is not growth. This is just her shape-shifting to benefit after doing something that people clearly told her not to do. Who is this individual? Let's start right here. This woman's name is India Love. She is recently being linked up with DDG post his relationship. All right. But it even goes further than that. She's been linked to Devin Haney, the boxer. She's also been linked to Soulja Boy, Lil Yachty, and they got into a bitch fight over them. She's been linked to The Game, DDG. She's been linked to this guy. I don't know who this guy, Brother Demday. So she been in these streets. She's also been linked to here. Soulja Boy and Lil Yachty got into a fight over her, or a internet beef. And then this person
teach me like.
And then this person's gonna tell you who she is as well. She's been also linked to possibly Do Dennis, Kai Cenat, and their crew as well. Okay.
You don't mind me answering your door, do you? Okay.
Come on, let me holler at you.
Hold on, just real quick.
No.
Shout out to D Green with this, man. Hey.
India Love Westbrooks, known as India Love, an American model, reality TV star, and college professor. Now her name is India Love. So of course, her dating history has been a topic of public interest due to her high-profile relationships with various celebrities.
All right, and so she recently got her push. I'd never heard of her before Streamers University, so here she is. This is where she got her push into the mainstream. She'll say that. She'll admit this. She left the nigga culture, right, with these nigga rappers, and she's now been pushed and vaulted into the mainstream. And then now that means she's like, oh, my past is going to come back to haunt me.
Let's start all the way back in 2010.
2010.
At the beginning of her social media career, India dated football player Ron Robinson for about 4 years. This guy ended up being a UCLA football player, but it looks like he did not make it to the NFL, and that's where the relationship ended. But moving on, around 2013 to 2015, India Love was linked to rapper Soulja Boy. No! Not Soulja Boy. Bro, y'all better not show DDG this video.
Soulja Boy, nigga.
We'll get into DDG later. Huh? India Love was dating Soulja Boy? But remember, bro, this was the early 2010s. Soulja Boy was popping during this time. What he say? She gotta step like this to be a soldier girl. She gotta step like that to be a soldier girl. Let me see you. You. Tell me you. You. So
What is this? Seriously.
in the relationship. But in 2014, India had a short-lived romance with football player Brandon Wimberly. Now, I think this guy did end up making it to the NFL. He might have just been on the practice squad, but yeah, because I can't find any NFL highlights on this nigga. I think he got signed to the Jaguars, but he never played. And that's where the relationship ended. And later in 2014, India dated Justin Combs, Diddy's son. Mama! Now, all right, India Love. Respectfully, you are one of the baddest in the game. But so far, your past dating history is looking crazy. I'm not even halfway through, and you already dated Soulja Boy and now Diddy's son? That's tough. Hey, but India Love is still a baddie, bro. Let's just hope you didn't attend any Diddy parties. No! After she escaped the relationship with Diddy's son, India Love had an on and off relationship with The Game. They dated in multiple phases, from 2014 all the way to 2017. Now remember, bro, this was more than 8 years ago, bro. The Game was very prominent in the rap industry, and he's also a gangbanger. What's bracket blood? You know bitches love violence, but we all know what an on and off relationship means. It means that they were cheating. Yikes. But during India's on and off relationship with The Game, she dated Cliff Dixon, a close associate of Kevin Durant. They dated for several months in 2016. Their relationship was relatively low-key, but was confirmed through public sightings.
I mean, she gives the definition of she ain't yours, it's just your turn. And of course, this is all mahi-mahi. They're paying and tricking on this one girl, and it's not just pass around. These guys are paying and breaking big bread to be with her. But at this point, I mean, goodness. Well, we've all been with women like this. Not all of us, but yeah.
And unfortunately, 3 years after this relationship, Cliff Dixon was shot and killed in Atlanta. And there were even rumors in 2016 and 2017 that India was dating Rick Ross.
Oh, no. God dang. All right, Rick Ross. Oh, my goodness. All right. You talk about she ain't yours, it's just your turn. All right. And it started in high school, so we saw that. All right. This woman is going back to 2010, 15 years. My gosh.
Oh, hell no. Big back Rick Ross. Hey, India Love is a baddie, so I'm not even trying to say anything negative, bro, but Soulja Boy, Diddy's son, and now fucking Rick Ross? What's going on? After Rick Ross, in 2017, she dated Lil Yachty.
I promise that I'll treat you right. Exceptions just for you, you get more than one night.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I remember this song, back when Lil Yachty actually made good music. Now, this relationship even included a reported feud with Soulja Boy, who claimed that India was his girl at the time. Just imagine, bro. Soulja Boy and Lil Yachty were fighting over India Love in 2017, bro. I'm telling you, everybody wanted India Love in 2017. What did DDG say? Somebody tell India that I'm fucking. But in 2018, India Love dated NFL player Jonnu Smith for about 6 months. In the year after that, she was romantically linked with rapper Sheck West. What he say? I got hoes, cars. calling a young nigga phone. Where's Ollie with the motherfucker? What he say? She sucked a nigga soul. Got a cash app. Told him wipe a nigga nose. Say slap slap. I will never sell my soul. And I can back that. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put a stick in the box. Nah, India Love, you basically dated every single rapper that had a top song at one point. And I'm saying that respectfully, but I'm just looking at the facts. But you're still a baddie, India Love. Not putting it past you, but bro, Roddy Rich? Now you can say they were just friends. You're not going on vacation with just your friend. But in 2021, India Love started dating professional boxer Devin Haney. Their relationship was highly publicized, with India getting tattoos of Haney's name. Okay. And receiving gifts like a Range Rover. But they eventually broke up in 2023, with India confirming the split to the Shade Room, stating that we are no longer together, but I wish him well. But finally, who is India Love's boyfriend in the big 2025? Now, earlier this year, right around Valentine's Day, India was linked to Nigerian Afrobeat star Azaki. I think that's how you say that nigga's name. After they were spotted holding hands in Los Angeles. And
all right, so men are in love, women are in business. Men are in love, women are in business. As I said, and these dudes be in love with that punani, and she be dropping that neck. I mean, she a good-looking woman. She has great skin, but these men be falling heads over here. And now here's the thing. There are, I don't want to slut shame this woman, because here's the deal. All of us are these guys. I know it sounds weird, but we're all these guys. All of us. All of us are these guys. Like, we've been dating girls that just did the exact same thing. It's just not on the record. We just don't see it on paper. We just don't see it behind the scenes. And then you end up falling in love with one of these girls. And then you get your heart broken. We've done it all of us has done it at least once. At least once. There's no man that has not done this. And many of us do this all the time. Okay, and then you wonder why. Look, even that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, it's the same thing with her. We've all done this, holding hands, kissing them on the mouth, thinking we got the baddest chick, thinking we got a chick that nobody, I'm going to keep her for myself. You know what I mean? She ain't been ran through and whatnot. And then you negotiating this, and you have some insecurities, and then you wonder about her past, and you don't want to ask. And you know. So as much as it's easy for us to look at her and have her resume out here like this, lots of us have engaged in this behavior where we cuffed a hoe. We cuffed her. Even when we knew she was out there, we still cuffed her, and we paraded her around as arm candy as if she hadn't been violated by a bunch of other niggies before you. I mean, we know this.
India was even seen with roses at an airport, so she's getting flown out by...
Flown out, roses. Look at this shit. Luggage. He manhandling the luggage, carrying her purse. Niggas be in love. Men are in love. Women are in business.
Nigerian niggas. Now, their relationship has not been confirmed, but you got flown out on Valentine's Day, so it had to been somewhat serious. Now, India Love has also been rumored to have something going on with streamer, YouTuber, and rapper DDG. Now, DDG is on a generational run, and both DDG and India Love are professors at Kaizenet Streamer University, and they both even flew together and arrived at Streamer University. Now, their current relationship status is very shaky, and I say that because Duke Dennis seems to be playing home wrecker.
You don't mind me answering your door, do you? Okay.
All right. Here you go. And look, Duke Dennis versus DDG. And apparently she been twerking on both of them. All right, so we're going to stop it right there. And we'll get to what her response to this is all. Why is this a big story? Well, going back, this is released last week. So the story is that she wants to go mainstream after 15 years riding. And women are clearly in the comment section giving her a pass. People can change. People can grow. After all that, she says right here, she's going to walk away from millions after quitting OnlyFans because she didn't like how people were beginning to perceive her. Beginning to perceive her. Wow. All right, so let's hear what she's got to say related to this.
What has been like the most lucrative for you thus far? Would you say it's like music? Would it be like OnlyFans? Would it be streaming now?
I think OnlyFans was the most lucrative, but I
really?
stopped.
Oh, you off it
I
now?
stopped OnlyFans probably like the beginning of this year.
Why? If it was lucrative, you should have kept running it up.
It definitely was lucrative, but I felt like I just didn't like going into these bigger meetings and like once they hear the words OnlyFans, they kind of just turn the cheek or like they have a certain perspective about you. Even though my OnlyFans content was very tasteful, it was very artsy. I did it magazine style mostly. Like I was very into making it look art.
Art. All right. Slobbing on knobs artistically. Okay. All right. Artistic art. Artistic OnlyFans. Magazine style. All right. Not skeezer style. Not amateur prawn. Okay. All right. So I filmed it more artistically and cinematically. Okay. Got it.
Rather than raunchy.
All right. Rather than raunchy. Really tasteful porn.
So it was like, it benefited me very well. But at the same time, I just am in a different phase in my life.
I'm in a different phase. There you go. There's the whole shape shift. I'm in a different phase. So we're supposed to forget all that. That was my past. All right. That's why they're giving you to admit to this. Their past doesn't matter. We all have a past. Men have a past too, but they benefited from their past hypergamously, monetarily. You didn't benefit from your past as a man. All you got was punani at best. You didn't benefit greatly from it. You weren't able to monetize it. You weren't able to say, now I want to shapeshift and let you forget about that. They took that route, and then people are saying she's growing and maturing. Nah.
I'm getting older. I have nephews and nieces. Now
I got to consider my daughters, nephew, and nieces. I'm getting older. They're going to find me on the internet. So I need to erase that shit. Forget about it. Everybody here, get the flashy thing. All right, everybody get the flashing thing. Here you go. Everybody look in here. All right, already got the millions. Already got it. It's no longer benefiting me. Here, look in here. Flashy thing. All right, everybody forget that shit. As if nobody told you you're going to have kids and nephews and nieces. Everybody told you that this was going to happen. Now, it's in my past. I'm flipping the play. I'm a different person now. How you a different person? I just am a different person now. And it ain't benefiting me because when I go into the major labels and the mainstream, they keep bringing it up. So, yeah, flashy thing for everybody. Like, that's how they be living. It's in my past. I was a different person. I was young and dumb. My brainstem didn't develop. I was depressed. All right, and then they want you to just flashy thingy.
Really give a fuck about how they feel about me and what they see about me. And it just kind of like just...
What has been like...
You know, organically, this was like, this doesn't feel right.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it takes a very like conscious and mature decision to like walk away from something that was making you the most bread.
Trust me. Trust me, I know. It wasn't that.
I bet you it's still up on the internet, though. I bet you she's still selling it, meaning that it's still available for you to purchase or subscribe to. She just maybe stopped making the content. Trust me, I know OnlyFans girls like this. They'll stop making the content. They'll feel bad. They want to turn the page and move on to become a different person. Their sexual behavior doesn't mimic it, but they just don't do it on film anymore. But then it'll still be up for sale. I guarantee you. And I'll try to prove it here in a minute here.
It's difficult because I have so much faith in God, and I know like he probably...
There's Sky Daddy. You knew Sky Daddy was coming. I got faith in God. Did you have faith in God when you were busting it wide open on the internet? Now Sky Daddy cometh. Okay, here we go.
He didn't want me to be doing that, and now that I'm not doing that, so I'm going to get something better, which streaming obviously is like, you know. But yeah, it was bittersweet, but it's more so sweet because now I kind of control my own narrative and people don't have to do like weird shit.
All right, so she's streaming now because of the boost of Streamers University. She now wants these major stream platforms and advertisers to advertise on her content, but they don't want to. All right, she wasn't thinking about God before that. Now she's thinking about God will make a way after that. This is why these people are manipulators. I don't buy into it. She just wants the money to come from not busting her legs wide open.
When it comes to OnlyFans.
For sure.
Yeah. You know, organic.
And more power to her, but again, you can't just wash that away. You can't just let people, okay, she a bigger person now. Let me just see this right here. See if I can find this. Let me see if it's still available on here. Yeah, there's something still on here. I don't know if that's actually hers, but there is. I can't imagine this is her page though. Let's see here. This is for research purposes only. Let's see if her shit is still up. All right. There was a Christian girl that did the same thing. I'm Christian and I don't want to do OnlyFans anymore, and she was still doing it. No, she's still up, but it is her content is not for pay. You can get the photos for free, although they're probably not nude photos. All right, so let me see if there's probably photos that you can purchase. Let me see if she has it up there. All right, why am I looking at this? Why am I looking at this? Let me see. Okay, this is what I should. Oh yeah, you can still buy it. Yeah, Nala Ray. Yep, yeah. Oh yeah, she's still selling on here. And her last post was from 2024. So again, I know OnlyFans girls like this. They quit in 2022, 2023, and it's still up, but then they don't want to. They're like, I'm not making content no more, but you can still buy it. All right, meaning that she's still selling it. It's still available for purchase. So she's probably still making some money from it. Not as much as she might not to, maybe not. But it looks like she has a post here from 2024. And then the previous post is 2023, and it's like a year gap. So you can see she's trying to transition out of it. All right, so yeah, anyway, that's what's happening here. But unfortunately, this is a sign of our times. This is how it works. You have the full support of the feminists or the women. Women are going to be supportive of this. Why? Because they would hope people do the same for them. So this is female-owned group preference. Like, you're going to have women say, hey, if this was me, I would want men to do this about me, or this was me and I want people to forgive me. So you're going to have them pushing for this. The problem is, what's the point? Why be good then? If we're going to accept people doing this, why be good? If I'm going to be a pookie, ex-con, a scammer, if I'm going to be a pimp, a hustler, if I'm going to be a drug dealer, and then all of a sudden, oh, I changed, but I've committed, problems in the community, in relationships. I've caused all this trauma. I've left behind dead bodies. Why then be good? That's the question. What is the point? Why don't all women do this way? Why don't all men do it this way? If we're just going to repent at the end of the day and everybody's going to accept it. Let's do the super chat. Shout out to our brother. It is Kenny Dwayne says, join the money mindset so I wouldn't be priced out. Boss up in 2025. Chris Mack, 33, and trying to press a 42-year-old for commitment. Crazy work. That's a co-sponsorship. Yes, indeed. 33. And he's trying to press Cheyenne Bryant. I don't think so. Been around says, thanks for the lessons through your channel, coach. Free agent lifestyle for life. Joshua Moon, all wives and girlfriends let the maintenance niggy smash. Ladies, are you here? All right, it does happen. Shout out to our brother Ronald Martinez says, thank you for bringing the stream back. I'm here to finish my job. D says, damn, coach, they won't let you live. You have to ask yourself why. And I've recently been getting a lot of videos taken down, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, somebody after me and somebody's trying to pray on my downfall. Shout out to No Government Name says, checking in, coach. I'm just checking in, coach. Keep up the good work, by the way. I just retired from the fire department. Give me a shout out. Shout out to our brother No Government Name. Just retiring from the fire department. That's a co-sponsorship. Congratulations. All right, congratulations, man. And thank you for your service in protecting everybody and walking into burning buildings and saving people in their lives, and also getting cats out of the tree. We appreciate you for getting the cats out of the tree for the old ladies there. We have, let's see here. I'm going backwards. We have KP. KP has something to say. Hopefully it's not very long. He says, Guru, I think you might have missed my earlier super chat. I sent it 30 minutes before the live stream. All right. And if it shit is long, nigga, I ain't reading all that shit. All right. Shorten them shits up. All right. Shorten them shits up for real, man. All right. Let me see here. Hold on for a second. I see what's going on here. It was 30 minutes before the stream. All right, quickly here. He says, yep, it's a long ass fucking thing, bro. Shout out to you, man. It's a long ass one. Let me see here. Thank you for answering the question. All right. And it says right here, it's a co-sponsorship. I'm thinking of going into debt by buying substances or healthcare businesses here just to escape drugs and partying. He refused to be a pookie. You're going to wake up early. You're up right square. Okay. He says, Lil Bro Brooklyn is blessed to have you as a father. I'm super blessed to have you as a guru and who I revere and listen to. Please push him to be an entrepreneur because working for anybody or as an intern and employee is not it. Shout out to you, man, and thank you for the co-sponsorship. All right. You guys already know I have difficulty reading, and then you guys typing all this long shit. All right. Here we go right here. We got Asa Coach last year. My boss got hit with a sexual assault allegation. This year, he lost his contract and all his workers. Now that we're laid off, the first thing these bitches say was, I'm going to pray. This is truly clown world, all right? I'm going to pray for him. That ain't going to help. Let's pray for him. Yep, empty promises and can't help you. Caitlin says quickly here, 95% of women are in the sex-only category due to their actions. We as men need to stop lying to get sex, coach. He says you've been bold by telling women on your profile you're only looking for hookups. You're the George Washington of this space. You cannot tell a lie. All right, one thing about me and any woman that has ever dealt with me, one thing that I do is I don't lie to them. I don't lie to them. I'm very open about what I do. All right, now, they can accept it, and normally they accept it. Now, what will happen is they'll lie to me on the back end. All right, they'll lie to me because they'll be like, well, it's only you and I'm only seeing you, which I don't necessarily require, but it is like, you know, if we're going to have a certain type of relationship, I'm going to be like, well, you can't just be with any and everybody. All right, so now, is that fair? Who gives a fuck? All right, it's what we negotiate. But if we're just going to hook up, we're going to hook up and I'm not going to care. But if you're going to press it and want something a little bit more than that, then I'm going to say you can't be out here ho-hopping. All right, now, what they'll do is they will lie about it. And I say, listen, I was telling you the truth. You knew what I was doing. I put my shit out there on Front Street, but you out there hid it, and that's why I have a problem. And now, if you just want me to be out here ho-hopping and you want to be one of the hoes, just stay in that lane. But most of the time, women can't stay in that lane. They're going to renege. They're going to renegger. They're going to renegger. All right? They're always going to renege and bait and switch and change the thing up. They're always going to change. And I'm like, dude, I didn't lie to you. You lied to me. And that's why you're getting kicked to the curb. Shout out to H Everyday says, faux Dr. Cheyenne Bryant lying like a niggy in his teens, saying he was effing these 304s. Yeah, for sure. He says old 304s lying like YNs at 15. All right, please understand I can't just stop the show to ring sound effects at this point because I'm way behind and I have a 1 o'clock appointment. All right. Ice King says you two must be out here having CGA watch parties at this point. Poor coach didn't do. Like, what did I do? Agent Machine says, imagine being in a session with Dr. Bryant knowing she wants a man to be on a leash held by a woman. This is why men avoid therapy. For real. Therapy is not for men. I know people want it, but it's just not for men. It's not. Shout out to the Real Fit Style says, yo, coach. Shout out to you. Oh, Hingy says, glad you're back, coach. The show on Wednesday, unmatched in the manosphere. Everyone else is still on old talking points. How many people were able to bring in ego? Ego versus support. Not everybody. He says the fact is that all women want security. He says, which means money, and that's okay. The problem is that the long term, the meter never stops running. All right, so the money is you're gonna hemorrhage money in a relationship. Any man wanting a relationship, absent of money, you're an idiot. He says, men bring money, women bring beauty. He says, I may get richer in the future, but she'll never get prettier or tighter than she is today, especially if she's already old. When we met, he says, how's that a good deal? Thank you, CGA. I'll never sign up for that ish again. I'm okay with living on the dark side. Shout out to you. Thank you, man. A Memphis nigga says, tired. The same thing. I tried the same thing with my Hinge account and got banned. Hashtag coach gang. All right, Hinge. Yeah. Shout out to our Brown 310 says, shout out to all the pretty feet 304s and the Chiquitas, the Latinas. I'm going to be in Latina countries here. I'm going to get my fill of Latinas. All right, CJ says, I never understood why niggas complain at this point. Women have a way of flipping the narrative in their own mind. Heard some female coworkers bragging, calling a dude a 304 that they all had sex with, and they were bragging. I don't think men can be 304s. All right, men are naturally programmed for this, and they're naturally going to desire for this. Now, some men don't carry it out. Some men do. Some men have a 304 phase, if you will. But a man can't get ran through. A man can't get fucked. He can't be a 304. He could be a 304 maker. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson. He could be a slut maker. He can make 304s. He cannot be a 304. He can't get ran through. He runs through. He can't get fucks. He does the fucking. So what they're trying to do is make them on our level by saying we are 304 too. We bringing up used dick. There's no such thing as used dick. Dick can be out here being viable and getting hard till their 80s. We can out here be making babies, whether they retarded or not is not my problem. There is no used up dick. There is no man that gets fucked unless he gets pegged. There is no hoes as a male. There's hoe makers, there's slut makers, there's men who fuck, there's men who run through women. We're not on the same level. Okay? So then you can't belittle the guy and say, well, he out here a hoe too. No, he not. He make hoes. He creates hoes or he uses hoes. He has interaction with women or already hoes. That's it. All right. There ain't no male hoes. It doesn't exist. We ain't on the same level at all. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to Jacob. He says, hey, Coach, I don't know if you got my super chat today, but I wanted to say about last night, I was actually asking if it's okay to occasionally bring someone with you as a free agent. I read that, and it says going solo. I actually responded to that yes, you don't always have to go solo, but just don't be used. Just don't have a necessity to always bring. But actually on Locals, I talked about that. There's vacations you bring women to, and there's vacations that you go to for women. Right? You don't have to bring women to you to Europe. There's going to be women there. You don't have to bring women to you with you to places to go like like if you're traveling across America. But if you go to a place where it's not safe for you to get other women, like you go to Cancun, Cabo, you can get women there, but it might not even be the safest way. You know what I mean? You go to the Caribbean. Sometimes it's even harder for you to get women while you're at the Caribbean and some of these smaller Caribbean islands. Like Turks and Caicos, it's tough to get women while you're there. So you might want to bring somebody there that you can go fillet when you at the hotel. Shout out to Kevin G says, pray for me, CGA. Why these are some long-ass chats. I'm entering a 3-month trading challenge in hopes to join one of the biggest hedge funds in the U.S. as an index commodities future traders. I'm already trading pretty well, but this is an opportunity of a lifetime to be a 7-8 figure per year trader. Let's go, Kevin G. And you smart enough, brother. You are smart enough. You are smart enough. All right. And Kevin G is a legend on the money mindset. So join us over there, man. And I'm going to put the links for you guys. Once again, you telling me to go to Rumble, but half of you, like 90% of you don't be over on Locals. All right. 90% of my audience, only 10% of my audience is over on Locals. All right. 10% of my audience is over on Money Mindset. But you're telling me to go over to Rumble, right? You niggas won't even follow me over there. By the way, Locals is free. Now, to watch my streams aren't free all the time. All right, but to go over there to click the link in Locals is free, and y'all won't even do it. But, shout out to you brothers there. And Kevin G is a legend on the money mindset as a contributor here and there. Shout out to the contractor. What's up, Coach? Every day we still here learning from the master. Ego stream was lit. I'm losing the battle in court. Now my 2 daughters are alienated from me. Time to detach. Time to move on. Time to move on. Dr. Love Coach has lost his damn mind. Miami and Orlando, top 3, period. False. All right, but shout out to you, Nadir, Coach. Okay, I got that one already. Our Fireheart hot take. I think there's no reason for a black man over 30 to date a black woman. Black women stop maturing at 20. They are immature and they cannot bring them around your colleagues. BWs just aren't ready for prime time. I think what men have to accept is that women change significantly in their 30s. Now, there's a beautiful change, and then there's a change that's not going to be to your benefit. So I think if you listen to women that are above 30 and 35, they actually know themselves. They're strong. They stand on their square. They can vocalize things. They don't tend to get pushed around. So this is a good thing, and you can make good use of them for that. It's not good for relationships unless you're a codependent male. But if you're a male that knows your own program, this is a woman that you need to avoid in relationships. She'll be good as an employee. She might be good as a person you might bring into your business and play an administrative role. She's a go-getter. She's a bulldog. She's confident, especially she's in her 40s and 50s. This woman's great for that. She can play a great role. In terms of making a relationship out of, terrible. Terrible. All right, they're good in their skin. Sometimes, like if you ever been with a woman in her 40s and 50s and 60s, 60s. All right, these women will, like, they're not that hung up on sex. Like, they're still trying to get a relationship out of sex, but they'll have sex like it's nothing. All right, they're not ashamed of their body anymore. They're not insecure. They're not worried about what their skin looks like and blotchy. They're not worried about these things. When a woman's in her 20s and 30s, they're worried about these things. They're worried about how to voice their opinion. They're getting pushed around. They're worried about trying to get their power back in dynamics. They worry about that in their 20s and 30s. Once they're in their mid-30s and 40s, they don't worry about that. So they're a better version of themselves as an individual. They're not just better for men, though. They're terrible for men. They're better for themselves. They're horrible in relationships. They tend to be tragic in relationships. So, yeah, I don't think it's a tremendous match unless you're a weaker male or a male that's looking for a certain dynamic. He's looking for that from a woman. He might not be looking for him to have this power dynamic where he's the leader and he needs a woman to kind of complete him and pay half the bills, or she's a go-getter and can get the bag. Well, that's more of a business relationship. That's not very romantic at all. It's not very romantic. Age of Machine says, imagine being in a session where Dr. Bryant knows that she wants you as a man to be on a leash held by a woman. He says this is why men avoid therapy. I actually read that one already. All right. And Steven says the internet never forgets. Probably most people have her content saved. Random guys, industry guys, maybe even some governments. The whole deal with Diddy and Epstein was blackmail. OnlyFans isn't any different. It's selling your reputation and your soul. And I hope and I have wished that women could actually translate that to younger women. But they don't. They basically say you can do this and then hope people will forget about it. And you changed and it'll be for the better. But of course, people have gotten away with this. Kim Kardashian to an extent. Shout out to Joseph Osborne says supporting the channel. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support. And it's Friday, so that means have your bail money ready. Protect yourself over the weekend. I'm going to be streaming from a undisclosed location on Monday. Should I be back? You know how YouTube be doing me. All right, I'm going to be streaming from another location, having a party. But I appreciate the support. Have your bail money ready. Wear your condoms. Pull out if you're not wearing your condoms. All right, don't cheat on your girlfriend or your wife. Just dump her and then go out here at the JUCO. Go slay some. All right, have abundance mindset. Join the money mindset. We'll be here on Sunday. Join the JUCO. The links are in the description box. The links are here. Thank you for the support, and I apologize for what we're going through on these platforms. I apologize. I don't think I'm saying anything against guidelines or rules. All right, people just don't agree with me. And for you men that disagree with me, I wish one day you would grow some balls. All right, I wish one day that you could slap your mama like the Three Stooges. All right, I hope one day that you become a man. I wish one day that you become a man. Stop defining yourself by these moral fucking crusades about what a man is and what God is and what Bible. That shit is all bullshit, and you know it. All right, and as a matter of fact, the motherfuckers that be up in prison and jail be the first ones talking that shit. All right, and don't come in talking that shit with me and tell me to follow the fucking rules when you don't even follow the rules, and you don't make the pookies follow the rules, and you don't make these hoes follow the rules. So don't come over here and try to get me to follow the fucking rules to please you. And you marble talking ass, Tony Gaskins, wannabe ass, motherfucking Ace Metaphor, simp ass niggas. All right, I ain't got nothing for you, man, but cold turkey in a motherfucking can. Go live your goddamn life and I'll live mine. All right, you want to be a do-gooder and follow the moral crusade and think morality is going to lead you? Yo, take your monkey ass over there. Don't bring that shit over to me, you goofy ass niggas. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. Hit the like button on the way out. Support where you can. And then go follow me on Rumble. All right. Since everybody wants to follow me on Rumble, go follow me on Rumble if you guys want to all go over there. All right. But I see your monkey asses ain't over there. Let me just do this real quick. How many niggas is on my Rumble? All right. Since y'all all, Coach, go to Rumble. Let's see how many people subscribe to my Rumble. Okay. Rumble's the only way. How many fucking subscribers I got on Rumble? 4.35K. 4K Rumble. Man, kiss my monkey. I get that damn near on a good day on a live stream. 4,000 people. And that ain't bad. But niggas, what? What? That's what y'all want me to do, nigga? Y'all don't want me to eat, do y'all? Y'all think I do this for fun and a hobby, do y'all? Nigga, I don't do this for fun. I do this for funds, nigga. I'm trying to eat. I ain't doing this for your fucking entertainment, nigga. All right, I'm kicking knowledge. Nigga, what? 4.35. Okay. Yeah, nigga. All right, so that means I'm going to get 40 people a stream. If you don't kiss my ass, you goofy ass niggas, go subscribe to the shit if you think you going to be over there, goofy ass niggas. All right, anyway. Shout out to the fucking Coach Gang, man. We out. You should advertise about it more. Okay. Half of them are bots, by the way. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here, brothers. Peace, peace, peace.